Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Merry Christmas and Happy Hanukkah. We're very happy that you join us today to a new reading of the text or the story of Judah and Tamar. I would like to discuss with you different and interesting perspectives. Good morning, and I hope that you will join us or listening to the recording here. Good morning, Kevin. I hope that you can hear us. Let's see here. We have one verse from Genesis 37 and the rest of the chapter of 38, and I would like to discuss the connection between hello friends. We are very happy to see you here. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Let's read the verse here from Genesis 37 and see how this verse, and especially one verb, holds all the story. Genesis 37, verse 26. I read the English and then I will focus on the Hebrew, and we shall focus on one word, because on this word everything sits. Genesis 37, verse 26. And Judah said unto his brethren, What profit is it if we slay our brother and conceal his blood? Verse 27, and this is an interesting one. Come and let us sell him to the Ishmaelites, and let not our hand be upon him, for he is our brother, our flesh, and his brethren hearken unto him. Venus, Shabbat Shalom, good morning. Good morning, friends. We are very happy that you're here. Now, let's read verse 27 in Hebrew and see what is the major verb that everything sits on it. 27, Pasuk of Zayin, verse 27 Hebrew. Lechu venimkerenu, let's sell him. Venimkerenu laishmaelim. וידנו אל תהיבו, כי אחינו ושרינו הוא, וישמעו אחיו. Now, the English says, let's sell him, and the Hebrew here, the verse or the verb is let's sell him in one word. This is how the Hebrew works. The stem letters are machar. Machar is to sell. To sell. The value of machar, to sell, is 260. From those three letters we can create another word. This is a verb, but from those letters we can also create a noun, kerem. Kerem is a vineyard. Vineyard, I think with a V. Yes. This is also 260. Please pay attention. Machar is to sell. 260. If we rearrange the letters, we have kerem, which is a vineyard. Now, what happens if people drink too much wine? If people drink too much from the vineyard, there's like grapes. From the grapes, people usually make wine, and if people drink too much wine, they get drunk. Let's see what is happening in this story. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. Kevin, if you want to read for us in English, we shall be honored. Now, Genesis 38. And it came to pass at that time that Judah went down from his brethren and turned into a certain Adullamite, whose name was Hira. And Judah saw there a daughter of a certain Canaanite, whose name was Shua, and he took her and went in unto her. And she conceived and bore a son, and he called his name Er. And she conceived again and bore a son, and she called his name Onan. And she yet again bore a son, and called his name Shelah. And he was at Kziv when she bore him. And Judah took a wife for Er, his firstborn, and her name was Tamar. And Er, Judah's firstborn, was wicked in the sight of the Lord, and the Lord slew him. And Judah said unto Onan, Go in unto thy brother's wife, and perform the duty of the husband's brother unto her, and raise up seed to thy brother. One second. Kevin, I'll try to see what is happening. I don't know. It's not clear. It's not clear to me, Kevin, why. I have no idea what is happening here. I'll try to open. I cannot see. Kevin. I'll try to open. This is new to me. I don't see this. One second. I don't know, Kevin. I have to see and speaking to the server. I don't know why it is so, but we'll have to see. At the moment I cannot. I try to look for a way, but I don't see a way. Can you speak now? No, this is not working. No, Kevin, this is no good. I clicked on the on the wrong. It's not. I'm sorry, Kevin. We shall see and speak to the server later. See what is happening. I'm not sure. Thank you. Verse 9. And Onan knew that the seed would not be his, and it came to pass when he went in unto his brother's wife, that he spilled it out on the ground, lest he should give seed to his brother. Oh, Kevin. Hello, can you hear? Hello.
Hello, I can speak now.
That's good. Yes,
Thank you.
Would you like to continue reading?
Of course.
Thank you.
And Onan knew that the seed would not be his. And it came to pass when he went in unto his brother's wife, that he spilled it on the ground, lest he should give seed to his brother. And the thing which he did was evil in the sight of the Lord, and he slew him also.
Let's move the text here. 1 second. Yes.
Then said Judah to Tamar, his daughter-in-law, remain a widow in thy father's house till Selah my son be grown up. For he said, lest he also die, like his brethren. And Tamar went and dwelt in his father's house. And in the process of time, Shua's daughter, the wife of Judah, died. And Judah was comforted and went up unto his sheep shearers to Timnah.
Yes, yes.
He and his friend Hira the Adulamite. And it was told Tamar, saying, behold, thy father-in-law goeth up to Timnah to shear his sheep. And she put off from her the garments of her widowhood, and covered herself with her veil, and wrapped herself, and sat in the entrance of Enim, which is by the way to Timnah. For she saw that Shelah was grown up, and she was not given unto him to wife. When Judah saw her, he thought her to be a harlot, for she had covered her face. And he turned unto her by the way and said, come, I pray thee, let me come into thee. For he knew that he was his daughter-in-law. For he did not know that she was his daughter-in-law. And she said, what wilt thou give me, that thou mayest come in unto me? And he said, I will send thee a kid of the goats from the flock. And she said, wilt thou give me a pledge till thou send it? And he said, what pledge shall I give thee? And she said, thy signet and thy cord, thy staff that is in thy hand. And he gave them to her, and came in unto her, and she conceived by him. And she arose and went away, and put off her veil from her, and put on the garments of her widowhood. And Judah sent the kid of the goats by the hand of his friend the Adulamite to receive the pledge from the woman's hand, but he found her not.
Thank you. And here there's another part.
Mm-hmm. Then he asked the men of her place, saying, where is the harlot that was at Enim, but by the wayside? And they said, there has been no harlot here. And he returned to Judah and said, I have not found her. And also the men of the place said, there hath been no harlot there. And Judah said, let her take it, lest we be put to shame. Behold, I sent the kid, and thou hast not found her. And it came to pass about 3 months after that it was told Judah, saying, Tamar thy daughter-in-law has played the harlot, and moreover, behold, she is with child by harlotry. And Judah said, bring her forth, and let her be burnt. When she was brought forth, she sent to her father-in-law, saying, by the man whose these are, am I with child? And she said, discern, I pray thee, whose are these, the signet and the cords and the staff? And Judah acknowledged them and said, she is more righteous than I. For as much as I gave her not to Shelah my son, and he knew her again no more. And it came to pass in the day of her travail that, behold, twins were in her womb. And it came to pass when she travailed that one put out a hand, and the midwife took and bound upon his hand a scarlet thread, saying, this came out first. And it came to pass, as he drew back his hand, that, behold, his brother came out. And she said, Wherefore hast thou made a breach for thyself? Therefore his name was called Perez. And afterward came out his brother, that had the scarlet thread upon his hand, and his name was called Zerah.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for reading. Questions? Yes. Venus, Kevin, do you have any questions before we move into another realm of mathematics? Or thoughts or impressions? Would you like to speak about the painting? Great story, Venus says. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm just digesting it.
It is a very deep story. I just would like to focus on this one word from the previous chapter, from 37. Machar is sell, but with another dot in the kaf. If we put a dot here, it is pronounced like makir. Makir is recognized. This is very interesting. Those letters, machar, mem, chaf, resh, without a dot in the kaf, machar, means to sell. But with a dot in the kaf, this is to recognize. Please pay attention. The sequence of the story, he sold his brother with the same letters. Those same letters meaning also vineyard. If a person drinks too much wine from the vineyard, he becomes drunk and he does not recognize. And this is the story of Judah. He doesn't recognize his daughter-in-law. He thinks she is another person. Yehuda, this is his name. Yehuda, 5 letters. Lo yada. Please pay attention. Yehuda, the letters here, Yod, Daled. Lo yada, Yod, Daled, Ain. Yehuda lo yada. Judah does not know. He does not recognize. Now, let's look into the mathematic at the tree of life and look into this story in an abstract way. And please feel free to ask questions. Venus, Kevin, friends, please ask. I prepared here a little diagram of the tree of life. Here we have, so to speak, the upper 3 spheres, the mochin or the mind. Yeah? Those are the 3 minds, which is usually abstract. And the 7th here is the manifested. Like the 7 days of the week. They are the manifested, but the thoughts that we have in the mind, ideas, they are abstract. They are coming to us all the time. This is the difference. So, if we look at the diagram of the tree of life, Joseph is considered to be Sfirat Yesod, foundation. This is Sfirat Yesod here. I'll color it, maybe to make it more distinct here. This is Sfirat Yesod, foundation. When Joseph is 156, maybe you should move to another color. Joseph is 156, which is 6 times 26. When 126, this is tetragrammaton. So Joseph is 6 times being, because tetragrammaton, or the name of the Lord, is being, and Joseph is 6 times being, while Judah is 1 time 26. Judah, Yehuda, is written in 5 letters, when the letters of the tetragrammaton are in it, here, Yod, Hey, Vav, Hey, and the Daled, which is value is 4, is the whole 4 letters included. So Yehuda is one being in a manifestation in time. So here, Judah is basically, though the value of Judah is 30, because this is 26 plus 4, sorry. A second. Though, in a simple way, this is 26 double 4, which is 30. Judah is one tetragrammaton, so we take Judah as 126, as I wrote here. 120. Yes.
And
yes.
And Hey, which would be being, the letter Hey, times 6 is 30.
Hey times 6 is 30. Yes. Yes. True.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah. So Judah is one time being, though it's hidden. And Judah is associated with the heavenly kingdom of Malchut. Malchut usually is disconnected from the rest of the tree. This is why we need to connect our thoughts and our emotions in actions, in the manifested. Because sometimes people speak something and they do something else. So to be aligned, so we do what we speak. And here, Judah, he sells Joseph. This is very interesting. He sells Joseph, his brother. Here, there is a disconnection. And as a consequence, he does not recognize what happens in his life. Another perspective is the following. The mother.
Wow.
Yeah. The mother of Judah is Leah. The value of Leah is 36. Double 10, or Leah always, in a way, is a symbol of a circle, complete circle. So 36 double 10, this is 360. The value of Judah as a complete name, 30, we divide 360 by 30 and we get 12. So his perspective, if we take 360 as 1 year, and in 1 year we have 12 months, his perspective is only 1 of 12. This is why he considered to be a tribe, and Joseph is not a tribe. Please remember, Joseph is not a tribe. Reuben is a tribe, Shimon and so Zevulun, but not Joseph. So as a tribe, this is interesting because a tribe is part of a whole thing. As a tribe, as a part of something, he sells his brother because he cannot recognize something which is not in the manifested. Joseph has the secret, Judah the manifested, and he cannot recognize the secret. This is why he sells his brother. Time, or the manifested, does not know the secret. The horizontal, one second, the horizontal does not know the secret, which is vertical. The horizontal is 4 or sleeping, does not recognize the spirit or the secret. This is why he sold his brother. There isn't, according to the brothers, something like a dream. You cannot feel it in your fingers, someone's head has seen something. Does not exist, and first they want to kill the dream and the spirit, and then moment before they want to do the killing, they eat bread, and they said, okay, let's not kill, they have like certain of refinement, and then say, okay, let's not spill his blood and our hand will be filthy. Let's just sell him. Question so far? Venus, any question, any perspective that you would like to share with us? Yes, Kevin?
Would you say the manifested is connected to the concept of development?
Yes, of course, the manifested always, yes, development. Development does not recognize the secret. No. What you see is what you get.
Yeah.
There is no Yes?
It relates. Last night I was reading Weinreb's book, Hebrew Roots, The Roots of the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
And it was very insightful because he was talking about the development and the Nahash and the manifested Messiah.
Yes.
And describing how the development wants the solution, like we want the solution individually, in a sense. And he was describing about the female aspect of it, and comparing and contrasting, and it really helped me in my own conflict, because I realized the things that I was learning were already within me, because I was trying to relate so much to a manifested relationship
Mm-hmm.
of people. It's like my attention was now trapped in the manifested development of comparing, because I wanted to relate, that I lost the not ability but focus in the hidden and what was already given to me. And it's like, oh, relax, stop comparing. And it reminds me of some of what you're sharing here.
Yes, we do tend to compare because this is the only thing that we know, like night and day and cold and warm, like opposites or negatives, or comparing one against the other, this story. But everything exists in a third realm. So we do compare A to B, while what happens is completely in a different plane. Let's say, a couple sits in a coffee house and speak to each other. So usually people look at a couple. This is what people do. If they notice them, they look, this is a guy, this is lady and gentleman. What do they do together? They look at them visually. Maybe they have a sense of what they do, how they dress, how they speak. And they look at the couple like this is the only thing that exists, because this is what their senses can grasp. What they don't get and what we don't get is this hidden that connects those people that sit and talk or have a conversation about something or even work together.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is also sometimes not clear to the couple who sits and drink, even people at work. Yes, and this is basically you were speaking about the Messiah. So the manifested Messiah is always killed and the secret is always alive. Yes, this is it. And also please relate to the 4 because Judah is also the 4th son of Leah. And he is a great manifestation of the force because he is the one who is executing basically the verdict. He is the 4th son. There's a lot to say about the names and the relations between mathematically because Tamar in a way is destined. He is taking Tamar to be his son. Er does not choose a wife or ask a wife or ask a lady to marry him. Please pay attention. Judah takes, unlike Eliezer that Abraham sends to look for a wife to his son Isaac. Eliezer asked, but if the woman does not want to come with me, first to ask her will if she has given consent. Abraham says, if she doesn't give her consent, you are free. So here there is no consent. First of all, Judah takes, not ask her. First, he takes a woman, and secondary, he takes a woman for his firstborn son, Er. Please pay attention. We don't speak here about consent, or even the son himself chooses a wife or asks the consent of a woman to be his wife. Please pay attention. Er is gone, Onan is gone. And Tamar goes to the origin, to the father, because he promises her that the 3rd son, Shelah, shall be given to her. Time is passing. Shelah is not given to her. And she goes to the source, to Judah. And I would like to go back to the text because the English translate the term Petach Einaim as a place. And it's not a place, it's the wisdom here. Verse 14, please pay attention. And she put off from her garment of her widowhood and covered herself with her veil and wrapped herself and sat in the entrance of Einaim. No, this is not a place, this is a description. She sat in Petach Einaim. This is an expression, the opening of eyes. Eyes opening. She was sitting with eyes opened, with awareness, with consciousness. She planned every step of her initiation. So she sat not in the entrance of Einaim, but she said with open eyes, with awakened mode.
So how,
Yes?
I'm trying to understand this from within, how this relates from within. So is she related? She's related to the understanding aspect?
Yes, she is relating to understanding and wisdom. She acts from wisdom. Petach Einaim. Einaim, eyes, is a parallel name to wisdom. I'll write it here. Ein,
because it's connected to the abyss.
To the abyss, yes. To the Ein Sof, yes, Einaim. I don't have good connection. Eyes, Ein. Very good. Try to write it here. Ein. I don't have any connection. I'm sorry. I just say because there's no connection. Ein, and I in English. If we replace the Ein with Aleph, the 70 with 1, we have infinite. So she was sitting awaken in the opening of the infinite or in wisdom. All her actions are guided by deep source of wisdom. So this is not geographical spot on the map on the way to Timnah, because there is a geographical spot here in Israel called Timnah, and Timnata is on the way to Timnah. There's a geographical place, but this is not a geographical description, but more inner mode of a person who knows and aware of what he's doing and aware of the consequence of what he's doing. Petach Einaim, in the opening of wisdom. So what is the opening of wisdom? Is understanding. Wisdom is the Yod, and the opening, when we open or let the wisdom be manifested, we have the Hey. Wisdom, and then when the wisdom expands, we have understanding, the Hey. Yes, Kevin.
For some reason, this reminds me of Yesod, and I don't know where I read it, but I just remember that Yesod is connected. It has to do with a key and an opening.
Yes.
And almost like it things that opens and unlocks.
Yes.
And that's connected to Joseph, and he was sold, but yet this, yeah. So I could be getting things confused, but it just came to me.
No, it's good. It's good because there is spots in the heavenly kingdom, and when the heavenly kingdom is closed and we can open it, there is a teaching in the Zohar about it, how there is a way to open something which is closed, because, so to speak, her life are determined. She is widowed twice. How do you say, her luck is locked. She doesn't have a luck. She doesn't have a life. She's widowed twice. She is promised to be given to a man which will never be given to her. So she is locked 3 times. Widowed twice, and the promise of future is being taken from her every moment. And she has to open her cage. This is why she also sits in Petach Einaim. This is the only thing. It's like we say Petach Tikva. Petach Tikva is a city in Israel, the opening of hope. Petach Tikva, there's a city, it means the opening of hope. So she sits in Petach Einaim, in the opening of eyes, to see in wisdom, to see in a great depth and wisdom what can she do to unlock herself.
Venus says, noting some weird connections about her being evil born from the daughter of wealth.
Mm. Interesting. Let's see the Venus, what is happening here mathematically. Tamar, in English, let's write the name also in English. I hope the pen can work. The value of Tamar is, I don't have, Betty has no pen. Tamar, the value of Tamar is 640. Without the zero, it's 64. 64 is 2 in the power of 6, meaning 2, double 2, double 2, double 2, 6 times, yes? So 2 in the power of 6, double 10, and we have the value of Tamar, which is also a palm. Now, if we do something like this, this is a lateral thinking, vast thinking. This is not linear thinking. If we take 2 in the power of 6 and take the 6, and instead of writing it above right to the 2, we just descend it, lower it down to the floor of the 2, we have 226, double 10, and we have 260, like the value of cell or vineyard. Please pay attention. It's the same word, verb, that we started with. Kerem, this is a vineyard, or machar is to sell. Or recognize also. It doesn't write well. This is a vineyard. Now, please pay attention to the shortened way of the mathematical expression of writing Tamar. Please pay attention. 2 in the power of 6, double 10. We have 2, 6, and 1 because 0 is not a number. Please pay attention. And how do we write Judah? Judah is 126. It's one being, 126. So we have 1, 2, and 6, while Tamar is 2, 6, and 1. Eventually, after all of those, let's say, business with family members, they meet each other. And from this meeting, twins are being born. Do we understand that?
Don't. Maybe others do.
Do you understand? Kevin, I did not hear.
I was saying I don't grasp it at this point.
Okay. It's the same mathematical structure. Whether we write Judah as one being, because Judah is just abstract, but it's not just an abstract, yes, because Judah is one being, one tetragrammaton, yes, one tetragrammaton. Tetragrammaton is 26, so we write 1 and then 26. 1, 2, 6. This is the Judah, one being, yes, 126. We can write it, while we can write Tamar in a very interesting way, because the value of Tamar is 640. Now, we can write 640 in many ways, infinite ways. One of them is 2 in the power of 6. What is 2 in the power of 6? 2, double 2, double 2, double 2. This is 4 times, double 2, 5, double 2, and then we have, this is it. 1 second, the pen is a bit. This is 2 in the power of 2 is 2 double 2 double, which is 64. 64 double 10 is 640, like Tamar. Do we understand that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So instead of writing 64 double 10, we can write it in a shortened way. 2 in the power of 6, yes, double 10.
Yeah.
So what numbers or what digits do we see? 2, 6, and 1, because
And
10
1.
is also 1. So Judah is 1 time tetragrammaton, 1 time 26, and the shortened way of which we can express the name Tamar is also with the same digits, but in a different order. 2 in the power of 6, double 10.
1.
Yeah? Now.
Yeah.
The thing is, what animal symbolizes Judah? Venus. What? Yes, lion? Yes.
Yes, I think.
Yes, of course. This is how the Father blesses him in Genesis 49. Lion. How do we say lion in Hebrew?
Oh, Ariel?
Very good, Aryeh. What is the value of... Very good, Venus. Very good. Aryeh. Very good. What is the value of Aryeh? 216. So you see, Judah is one tetragrammaton, 126, and the lion which represents Judah is 216. Do you see that?
Yes.
This is no random.
Venus says the staff will not depart from the lion.
Yes, it's true. True. לא יסור שבט. Yes, that's true. That's true. Somebody's writing, Harvey, Tamar, the plum tree, reminds of the summer and the constellation of Virgin. Yes, Isaiah 9:14-15. The lion is the head of Israel. Isaiah 9:14-15. Yes. It is interesting because in Deuteronomy 8:8, when Moses, and thank you for reminding Harvey that Tamar is a palm, is a tree, because when Moses speaks to the people in Deuteronomy and prepares them to enter the promised land, he mentions the 7 species of the promised land. And he says, sorry for this inability to draw at the moment. He says this is a land of wheat and barley, vine. I write the numbers because they are important. The vine here is 3. Fig is the 4. Fig always symbolizes the manifestation. Fig, pomegranate. Oil or olive. One second. Olive. This is the 6. Please pay attention. Joseph as Yesod is parallel to olive. From olive, or from the oil of the olive, we can illuminate the darkness. And so says Moses in Deuteronomy 8:8, Udvash, the seventh species is honey, but not honey from the bee, but from the palm, Tamar. Weinreb says something very interesting. I will try to make Weinreb, let's say, saying here. Unlike the other trees, he says that the palm is not really a tree. Please pay attention. The palm, he says, is not really a tree. To those who read Thomas Mann and read the speech of Joseph. Joseph has a very interesting speech how he explained the merchant. What is so special about the palm? He says that the palm, nothing is going to waste. The fruit we eat from the branches we can put on top of the huts to protect from the sun, or we can make baskets, meaning make some braid, and from the braids we can make baskets. So he counts at least several crafts that we can make from the palm, and nothing is going to waste. In a way, this parable he brings as a story to manifest the heavenly kingdom. Nothing is going to waste. Yes, and this is the story of Tamar, and also this is the story of ourselves. Because we are manifested in the heavenly kingdom. And sometimes our life are not going the way we expected, or we thought that they're supposed to be different than they are. And we have questions and we have crises and so, but nothing is wasted, nothing is gone. Because after all, the King, the Messiah will come, the one who converses will come out of what we have or are going through.
Mm.
The name Tamar also means in Hebrew, if we divide it into two, Tam, Mar. Mar is bitter. This is the end of bitterness. Tamar, and the bitterness ended. This is why there's a taste of honey. It's sweet. So, though a person, and we are like Tamar, we could have in our lives like a chain of unexpected bitter things that we did not even initiate. Because sometimes we think, what did we do? What did we do? But not everything, like you read yesterday in Van Rib's book, not everything is manifested. It's not that I do A and expect B to happen. Life do not work in this way. It's just action and reaction, because life also exists in a third dimension, in the hidden. So go back to Tamar as an allegory to our lives. Sometimes our life can go this and that way, but there's a reason to everything, and in times things will be revealed as sweet. Though at the time of their happening they are utterly bitter and not understood, and I did not choose this way. Why am I doing here? Why things are happening to me? This is not just a story of Tamar, so to speak, historical story. This is a story of each and every person. Because each and every person is dealing with bitterness, with unresolved issues that he himself did not create it in his own hands, heart, or mind. Because things are also come from the secret, from the other realm, from the unknown. But there's a reason for everything, and in time everything will be solved and will become sweet.
Amen.
Amen. Yes, Harvey is saying soon Moses will throw a tree into the bitter sea. Light will increase over darkness. Yes. Yes. Thank you so much for your participation today. This is the seventh candle of Hanukkah, also Christmas in Europe. I guess in America it's tomorrow morning,
Yes.
as I understood, tomorrow morning, but today, this evening, this is celebrated here in Israel and in Europe. So happy Christmas, everyone, the whole world. We wish you infinite good and sweet life. And we shall see you in the next session. I don't know when it will be, but I shall notify you. So thank you so much, Kevin, Venus,
Thank you.
Harvey.
This
Thank you
was
so much.
amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful,
Thank you,
wonderful
everyone. Thank
life.
you, Venus. Thank you, Harvey.
Thank you. Shalom, shalom, and happy holiday
Shalom.
season.
Happy holidays.